All right, hey, what's up, guys? Jeremy here, and today I want to do something a little bit different. I wanted to talk about my YouTube channel. Here I am in Grand Forks, North Dakota, at the hotel, getting ready to travel back home to Utah after finishing off a solid 2-week hitch out here in Minnesota, working, flying the Sky Crane helicopter. And I've been meaning to make a video about this for some time, but I wanted to make a video today while I have some spare time. And I want to ask for your help helping me to grow the channel just a little bit. Just trying to grow the channel a little bit. And I wanted to take you through, walk you through where the channel is, where it came from, where it currently is, and kind of where I'm trying to get to at least. So what I want to talk about is the goal of reaching 1,000 subscribers and where the channel has come from and how long it's taken to get here. And I wanted to ask for you guys' help because it's really encouraging every time I do upload a video. Put in the work and upload a video that within a day or so I get a good 20 to 30 views on it, and that's awesome. That just shows that most of those views are coming from my subscribers, you guys, as well as it's getting some hits from searches and whatnot. But it really helps make it feel worthwhile and that somebody's actually getting some enjoyment and utilization out of the efforts I put into these videos. And so I really appreciate you guys watching and supporting the channel and thinking that it's worthwhile. So trying not to bore you too much, but if I could ask you guys who are regular viewers and followers, subscribers, to just help get me up over that 1,000 mark by sharing, liking, subscribing, hitting the bell, then I wouldn't have to do another plea video like this again, because I don't like doing this. It's not like me, so I don't plan to be doing that. On that note, I want to mention that, they say that in order to get your channel to grow, there's a lot of things that you should do, but one of those things is to constantly ask people to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Well, I don't know. Most of the people who I watch a lot of YouTube, most of the people I subscribe to, they do ask you for that. And it's no problem. I don't mind people asking me for that, but on every single video that I have to watch of theirs, it's like, it's kind of annoying. So I've always wanted on my channel to not have to ask on every single video, hey, like, subscribe, and share, and comment. Well, I just figure people are going to do that anyway. If they like it, they'll like it. If they're going to want to subscribe, they will. They don't need me to ask them to do it on every freaking video, at the beginning of every video, at the end of every video, but it probably pays off to do it. So point is that if I could just finally reach the 1,000 mark, then things would start to open up a bit, and I don't intend to ever do that. Hopefully I can hold out and reserve from having to do that, but that's one of the reasons, one of the objectives is I don't want to have to ask you guys to like, share, subscribe, and comment on every single video, because it's ridiculous. Okay, now a background on the video, on the channel here. This is my second YouTube channel. I started one probably 6-7 years ago, and I just would upload random stuff. It's just a good place to catalog some stuff. And it was back when, YouTube's been around a long time, but so about 4 years ago, I had a period in my life where I started a drone video business, drone camera photography business. I had marginal success with it, but then I got busy with my real job again as a helicopter pilot. So I went back to that and didn't really have time to pursue the professional drone cinematography and so forth. So, but what I did have is I had a whole bunch of drone equipment. I've had lots of camera gear over all these years, just basic consumer cameras and phones that have good camera capabilities. So when I went back to work, it's like, I got all these cameras and I invested all this money into photography, videography. What am I going to do with it? Well, then I was like, well, you know what? YouTube might be an option. So let me just keep using these tools I have and documenting my life. I get to do a fair amount of interesting things that not everybody does. And I just wanted to share some of the things that I see across the planet, across the world, and just have a means to share those experiences with people, with the community, my friends and family and so forth, and other folks on the internet that might be likewise interested. So after decided to shut down business operations with the drone company, that was when I first uploaded my first video, my first YouTube video, which is the Mendenhall Glacier in Juneau, Alaska, ice caves. Awesome. And coincidentally, I've made a few bucks off of some of that footage on a couple different occasions. A couple different outlets have featured some of my footage from my first vlog video. But that was kind of the reason of why I started uploading and started focusing on a channel for the sake of having a YouTube channel and being a YouTuber. And so that was going on probably, many years ago now. 3 years ago now. So it's been a long journey and I've uploaded a lot of content. We're sitting here at, there we go, Mendenhall Glacier Ice Cave, Juneau, Alaska. Uploaded April of 2017, so about 2 years and 6 months ago. So it's been a while. So that's that was the first of about 108 videos I've got so far. 108 videos is quite a catalog, really. I mean, it represents hours and hours and hours of editing. And editing is definitely an art that requires a lot of practice. I'm using Adobe Premiere. First videos I started out with, of course, were just with the MacBook and Windows way back in the day, but MacBook Movie Maker and whatnot. And so that is an expense, is the $30 a month Creative Commons Adobe license for Photoshop, After Effects, which I'm just barely getting to start to use, and primarily Adobe Premiere. So that's an expense that I incur every stinking month just for the sake of this hobby of trying to share my life with people. And to achieve that 1,000 subscriber mark would really help me begin to recoup just that expense of it. So yeah, 108 videos representing thousands of hours, several hundreds of hours in editing. And I enjoy it. It's fun. It's a cool hobby. Mostly the main reason I even do this vlogging, you could say, or just documenting, is just because a lot of the things I end up doing, I'm alone. My wife and children are back home in Utah. They're getting grown now. My older kids, they're back home in Utah, and a lot of times for work, I have to travel. And while I'm out traveling, I try to make the best of it and make an adventure out of it. And along the way, I just try to have a camera with me so I don't feel so dang alone. I feel like, oh yeah, it's going to be great because I'm going to share this. I'm with people. And it's also really fun to, go back and look at your adventures and things that you have done that you kind of forget about, some of them. So it's enjoyable to do the adventures. It's kind of a balance between enjoying it and letting the documentation of it not, take over. But for the most part, I manage with that. So that's kind of the beginning of the channel, going back 2.5 years. And so now to look at the analytics here, I'm going to punch right here onto lifetime analytics, and you will see that currently sitting at 388 subscribers over the span of 2.5 years. Is just, the channel stagnates a lot, and it has the whole time. And the reason it does is the main reason it does is because my channel is just a variety channel. It's a variety channel. So if I focused on one aspect of my life, flying helicopters, and built an entire channel around flying helicopters, I probably have thousands of subscribers on that one subject. Around snowcats, driving snowcats, pre-noths, and piston bullies, I would probably have a lot of subscribers that followed that one thing. So, the main reason of why it doesn't grow is because my interests and the things I do and my hobbies and all the things I do for work and whatnot, it's just such a huge broad spectrum. And so, I've kind of had to reach a point where I had to decide, well, do I want to start a fishing channel that I just only focus on fishing and my fishing adventures, where I document all the fishing enjoyment I have? do I want to start another channel for this, another channel for that, snowboarding, skateboarding, you know, and it's just kind of like, no, that's not, I don't have time to manage all those channels. So this is just my channel, and in a way it's just kind of a video journal that I can look at, and people, you know, other people can look at too, and I can share. That's the main reason why for the last 2.5 years the channel just stagnates, because, you know, the way the YouTube algorithm works, as far as I understand, based on recent research, is that when you upload a video, within the first 24 hours, YouTube calculates how much traction it's getting, how many hits it's getting. And so when you have built an audience that keeps returning for that specific subject, then it gets a lot more hits, and then YouTube boosts it up and shares it more and suggests it more. Well, what happens is on my channel, you know, the first 24 hours I'll get 20 to 30 hits, which generally are because I share them on my social media and my personal media, and then it just pretty much sits there. It'll sit there at 30, 40 hits, and it'll take a month or more to climb over 100 hits, 100 views. I mean, like this, you know, this particular video might have taken me hours to film, usually 2 to 4 plus hours to edit out of my personal time, and then like only, you know, 30 people get to see it. Hopefully my 30 subscribers, or 10% of my 300 subscribers, and then it just sits there. So it's kind of a bogus system that the only way to overcome it really is to focus your channel on one subject, try to grow it that way. Or, you know, this is just my effort. I'm just trying to reach out and ask for you guys just to help me get over the 1,000 mark. And I keep saying 1,000 because most anybody who is a YouTube creator knows that you don't even begin to get paid from YouTube until you reach 1,000. Now, 2.5 years ago when I set up my channel, that was not the case. But, you know, I wasn't even really being serious about making money with it, and I make pretty good money at my real jobs. I don't need YouTube to supplement my income. However, like I said, just that video editing software, and to be able to maybe upgrade some camera equipment now and then, just to get a little bit of a kickback on perks of this hobby, is kind of the objective. So back when I started the channel, there was no rule. You didn't need to have 1,000 subscribers and then meet the other requirements, the other criteria of having 240,000 minutes in the preceding 12 months of views, whatever, watched. So there's kind of like 3 requirements, but here we are. They instated that rule a year and a half ago, I mean a while back, but before they did instate that, I had $22 racked up in views, in revenue. So for the last year and a half or more, I've sat here and seen that $22 just sit in my account waiting for the day that I get paid out. So it's not so much that I want the $22, obviously. It's just the fact that, you know, to be marketable, successful YouTuber and receive a little bit of a payback for contributing and them selling advertisements on your channel, you got to reach that 1,000 subscriber mark. So I'm hoping to grow the channel. I'm asking you to do that. Just comment, like, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell so that I can gain a little bit more traction and maybe begin to produce some more quality content for you folks. If you will do that for me, what I am promising to do for you is what I want to start doing is the After Effects suite program. I'm going to try to expand on that a little bit, add a little bit more pizzazz to the videos, and just get out of the stone age of just, you know, a little bit of text moving across the screen, you know, start working on some transitions and different features like that. But so that's my promise to you, is that I will, once I reach 1,000 subscribers, I'll quit asking for people to subscribe because I'll be able to get my $22 out of the bank from my $22 paycheck from YouTube, and I'll continue to try to work on increasing the quality of the content I produce. In the meantime, what you can expect is more videos of, as we move into winter now, probably I'll try to get a few more. I've got a few more videos of the motorcycle adventure bike in the queue, several more adventures, and I got a couple more planned before the fall time is completely over and winter sets in. As we move into winter, probably start getting a little bit more snowboarding footage, and hopefully this winter I'll have a fair amount of off time available to actually get back out into the backcountry, do some split boarding, and out there in the avalanche terrain, and see some of the high peaks up in the Utah Central Wasatch. And there's a few other spots in the region that I'd like to hit as well. So if you'd like to see some more helicopter footage, helicopter flying, I've got a fair amount of archival helicopter flying from all the different machines I've flown over the years and the different places I've worked. But currently flying the sky crane on construction, power line construction. And I've only got a little bit because the customers are quite sensitive about, you know, their trade secrets and what's going on with their company. But I could try to get some more helicopter action for you, because I try to get a little bit here and there, because it's pretty awesome work. And that's where we're at. So let's take a quick look here at the channel as this video rolls on into 20 minutes now. Yeah, so here we are. I've selected April 21st through October through today, the lifetime stats. You can see these little peaks. These are peaks of the numbers of views that I've reached in a specific day. I think my highest viewed day would be somewhere right here, 430 views in one day. And that's not too bad. But, you know, I usually get a spike and then it just kind of stagnates back down here. So real-time activity, let's take a look at this. I don't know why it's doing that. Stop doing that. There you go. In the last 48 hours, I've had 431 views. Now, as far as which videos are my most popular videos, it's kind of funny because, you know, let me just run down the different categories of crap that I put on this channel. Adventure bike motorcycle riding, off-road motorcycle riding, fishing, videos from the airlines flying over mountain ranges. Some of those are pretty interesting. A little bit of bushcraft. The twig stove steak dinner was a fun one. It's only got 44 views in the last 4 months. Some bass fishing tackle, small Gransfors Brook small hatchet, some bushcraft stuff, some more fishing, some drone flying over Snake River, waterfalls. That's a pretty epic video actually. It's got 30 views. Some of the mountains back home, some split boarding, vertical verts snowshoes, my sports watch, some more snowboarding, some snowcat driving up at the ski resort Powder Mountain here in Utah, some Land Cruiser trips out through the desert, some more fly fishing through Colorado, Alaskan Prince William Sound offshore fishing, saltwater fishing for halibut and shrimping. That was one of my favorite memories. It's got 2,300 views in a little over a year and a half there. Pretty epic video. Some more fishing, some helicopter flying, the ice expedition where I went out into the Arctic Ocean with the University of Washington scientists along with the United States Navy and did Arctic submarine science out there. Overlanding trip through Alaska in the Land Cruiser, one of the Land Cruisers I have. 2 weeks, some time I spent down in Puerto Rico. My little miniature truck, I got a beehive video in there. My miniature Toyota pickup truck. Okay, some more fly fishing in the Ogden River. My puppy dog when he was a baby. Some skateboarding in Portland at Burnside Skate Park, which I hear is more at risk now of being shut down than it ever has been before. It's always been very controversial. Pretty stoked I got to go shred that place a little bit a few times before it becomes no more. Some more off-road Land Cruiser parts and pieces, ARB adventure overlanding equipment reviews, some helicopter flying through Alaska, Baja 1000 trip with the Kangaroo Racing team, where I help work as one of the chase members, do some photography for them, turn wrenches when needs be, and chase them through the desert on their adventure. Some more trophy trucks in the Baja, hovercraft, a hovercraft adventure out on the Arctic Ocean. I mean, how many times do you get to go on a hovercraft where the big ass fan blows around and drives you across the Arctic Ocean on the ice pack? It's pretty wild. What else have we got here? Some more bushcraft stuff with the Woods Chogan Tomahawk, some sunsets, some more adventures through the icebergs and glaciers up in Alaska, some pack rafting, road tripping through Canada, Kachemak Bay, some Denali National Park footage, helicopter rides up into Denali Park. Oh, my friend who got a DC-3 airplane, a 1943 DC-3 airplane, which he just took flight on the other day. So I think he's getting damn close to being commercially operational with that thing up in Alaska. Awesome, Nico. Oh, but as far as what videos get the most hits, it's kind of funny. It's actually one of the few videos I've done. My channel doesn't do a whole lot of like reviews of things, of equipment and gear, but this little series is like a 3-part series I did early on in the channel, about 4 or 5 months into the channel. That's my highest viewed. Those two are my highest viewed videos, sitting at 20,000 and 19,000 views. Hey, that one's got 119 likes, man. It's freaking awesome. 5 dislikes. And that's another thing. I don't mind getting dislikes. Hey, I dislike videos all the time too. But if you do dislike the video, maybe leave a comment that says, hey, what you disliked about it. So then if I feel like it, maybe I'll fix that or change it. And if not, maybe you're just an asshole. Anyway, so yeah, that's my highest viewed video. 20,000 views. Not that many views. Going on 2 years, it's been sitting on there. And it's just for the rooftop. It's for the cot tent that I installed on the roof of my truck. And there's a whole little series of them right there. But so there we have it. There's the YouTube channel. There's the update. This is a long rambling video. If you've managed to make it this long, thanks for watching. Please give me, help me out. Share the videos. If you find one that's worth sharing, that would be cool. And what I'd really like and hope for is to see a little bit of traction, a little bit of momentum build here in the next, coming months, and see if I can't crest over that 1,000 subscriber mark on my way to being a real YouTuber. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.